Born of both human and orc ancestry, the half-orc combines the physical prowess of their orc heritage with their more agile human blood to become a devastating force on the battlefield. Welcome back, friends. I'm Rogue, and today we are going to be taking a look at the half-orcs of Baldur's Gate 3. Often shunned in both human and orcish society for different reasons, half-orcs have proven themselves from time to time as worthy heroes or dangerous villains. Also known as the half-tusks, they have no true place to call home, but this does not make them an uncommon sight in the northwestern regions of Faerun, particularly the orc nations of Many Arrows, nor are they entirely uncommon in along the Moonsea, or even Waterdeep. The half-orcs have no sub-races to choose from when deciding to play as one within Baldur's Gate 3, and their racial traits accommodate a more martial hero, making the half-orc either fit the narrative of your desired hero or not. Let's take a look at what players receive for choosing to tackle the Sword Coast as a half-orc. Dark vision allows them to see in the lightless realms of Toril, making them excellent frontline heroes and even scouts. Relentless endurance allows them to drop to 1 hit point instead of falling unconscious to any attack that does not kill them outright once per long rest. This is a fantastic passive ability for all classes, but truly shines with frontline heroes, allowing the player to risk their half-orc hero once per day, knowing that they can survive and tend to the rest of their party depending on the situation. Savage Attacks allows the half-orcs to deal an additional weapon dice of damage upon scoring a critical hit. This, in my humble opinion, is one of, if not the strongest racial passive in the game for close-quarter characters. Pair this with Luck of the Far Realms and send bad guys to the afterlife faster than Celeborn on a Monday. Finally, they receive proficiency in Intimidation skill regardless of class, and although half-orcs aren't typically known for their charisma, it's always nice to have a social skill in an RPG. In most culture, half-orcs suffer prejudice. Within the lands of their human ancestors, half-orcs are commonly seen as savage thugs and looked down upon. As a result, most half-orcs in human society were forced into menial labor or violence for a career. Some chose to take on the life of an adventurer, perhaps merely as another acceptable means to wealth and power, or sometimes a way to throw off the shackles of other people's perceptions. Within orc society, half-orcs are often looked down upon as weaker and inferior creatures, but overall they tend to fare better. Most orcs grudgingly acknowledge the superiority of half-orc intellect, as well as their comparable strength. As a result, it is not entirely unusual for a half-orc to raise amongst orcs to rise to a position of power within his or her tribe. Half-orcs who live among humans were frequently drawn to adventure simply because few opportunities were presented to them for less violent occupations. Pressed into martial lifestyles and rejected by polite society, half-orcs often only find acceptance amongst other races by proving their worth as an adventurer. Likewise, the only friends a half-orc is likely to have are other adventurers who are often outcasts themselves. Man, am I happy the half-orc is a player race in BG3. I love this race at the D&D table. I've always been fond of their lore and their struggle of being too human for orcs and too orc for humans that comes with playing the half-tusk. Now, to be fair, I haven't played through the game as of yet as a half-orc, but I am hoping that Larian added some spice to their interactions with the various NPCs and races of Toril. The only criticism I have is I wanted more face options for them during character creation, and maybe some voices that were, deep and gravelly, so that we could hit that sweet spot for the stoic big guy. Other than that, I personally believe that they have arguably some of the strongest passives in the game, and I'm looking forward to smashing the Sword Coast in later playthroughs all big, mean, and green. And that's it. It's pretty short and sweet, and that's going to do it for this video, and if you're still hearing my voice, thank you. Take care, friends, and I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.